Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to this week's edition of our popular program Guest Podium. We are reaching you in London from Salam African Television. In this week's edition, our guest is Imam Zikrullah Abdulganiyu. He is the Imam of a Muslim community of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, Futa, and also a lecturer at the Department of Architecture at the same University of Futa. Currently, he is a researcher, a PhD researcher at London, South Bank University, London, United Kingdom. Welcome, Alaji.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
On his right is his wife, Ajia Anifat Abdulganiyu. You are welcome, Ajia.
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Our topic this week is we are trying to focus it on good relationship with couple. And we start our question by asking, what are the quality of a good husband?
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in, amma ba'd. Viewers at home, we start by congratulating ourselves for witnessing this month in Ramadan, and we pray that to make it an acceptable Ramadan from us. The question is, what are the qualities of a good Muslim husband? I think the first quality of a good Muslim husband, according to Allah and His Prophet, is that he must be, first of all, God conscious. Why I cite God consciousness as the first thing is that Allah SWT pivoted everything in religion on taqwa. If somebody is God conscious, he will know how to discharge his responsibility to other people, including his family and his wife. The second close to this is that he must be a responsible person. Responsibility involves him discharging his duty, for marriage is indeed a huge responsibility. One, towards Allah, two, towards himself, towards his partner, and the will-be children. These responsibilities include spiritual responsibility. It must be a guide. Allah refers to them in the Quran, Ar-Rijalu Qawwamuna 'ala an-Nisa. Allah refers to men as the pillar of the women, or let me say, for the family. And so, it must be financially responsible, it must be spiritually responsible, it must be physically responsible, it must be emotionally responsible. So, this responsibility is the duty that a man has. For a good Muslim husband, he must be responsible in all ramifications. Financially, like I've mentioned, he must be responsible for the spiritual upkeep of the family. So, in a nutshell, this summarizes the responsibility or the primary quality of a good Muslim husband.
Alhamdulillah, before we proceed further on other questions, I would like to throw the same question to Ajia. I want you to please give us the brief qualities of a good and ideal Muslim wife.
A Muslim woman, according to Islam, says, our Prophet ﷺ said that people marry for four things. People marry because of four things. They marry because of lineage, maybe because that person has a very good lineage, popular, famous. Other people can marry because of beauty. Wow, this is a beautiful lady, I love her stature, do this and do that. Some other people also marry because of religion. This is a religious sister, she is religious, she discharges her duty towards Allah very well. And the fourth one, the Prophet said, people marry because of money. Maybe the family is so wealthy. But he quickly gave us a clause that you Muslim, my nation, my ummah, marry because of religion. Marry a lady, a sister, because she is religious. This religiosity will make her have taqwa. It will give her a better understanding of the fact that whatever she wants to do, she should have the fear of Allah behind in whatever responsibility she will be discharging in her family, towards her husband, towards her children, towards her neighbors, towards her community. A pious woman that has taqwa will have behind her the ability to discharge most of her duties concerning her family relatives. She will not have this tendency to feel that her family relatives are becoming too much a burden to her husband. She will not have this tendency to feel that, oh, I'm having all female, I'm giving back to female. Males are better than females. She will not have this tendency to feel that when her husband doesn't have much money on her hand, she'll start having this uncomfortable situation about the finance of her husband. She will also understand better that whatever her husband wants her to do that is not in contrary to what Islam says, what the Quran says, she should submit and be loyal to her husband always. She should be a kind of person that will portray a good Muslim to her neighbors, not only in her dressing but also in her attitude and behavior to the society at large.
Alhamdulillah. Now, if I wanted to look at what are, apart from this responsibility, Ustaz, what are the qualities that a man should possess, that a man should demonstrate in the family, within the home?
Let me quickly add one or two things to what Ajay have said in respect of the quality of a good Muslim. Allah says in the Quran, when Allah was leading the quality of the good Muslim wife, after Allah said that Allah demonstrated in that verse what should be the quality of a good Muslim husband as a pillar of the house. Allah now refers to a woman, like she have said, a woman that is obedient and the one that actually safeguards our privacy. These two qualities, I think, must be emphasized. A Muslim does not go around causing fitna by exposing her body. She must protect what Allah has safeguarded in her for her husband. Now coming to your question, what should be the responsibility of a good Muslim husband, right?
As apart from responsibility that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it's been down there for the man. What are the good examples that a man could possess, could safeguard in?
Oh, that could safeguard the marriage.
A lot of attitude that it demonstrates.
Well, a Muslim husband, a Muslim man, like I've said, who is the pillar of the house, has the sole responsibility to ensure that that marriage is stable. In doing this, one, he must be ready as much as Allah has given him to foot the bill, provide the financial wherewithal for the family. But this, Allah have said, he should do within his means. And Allah, of course, knows our means. Allah does not overburden a soul beyond what he can bear. The other thing he must do is that, as a leader of the family, he must be consulting. It's to have what we call mushwara in the family. He should not be a dictator. A Muslim husband who wants a peaceful home must be be able to consult other members of the family from the wife. Actually, I want to do this thing. What is your opinion? The children, whatever concerns the children, you also seek their opinion. And we have this good example in the life of Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. These are our models, Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So consultation with other people is, other member of the family, is one of the things a Muslim must demonstrate to ensure that the home is peaceful. Apart from providing the financial responsibility, a Muslim husband must also be somebody who can give assistance to the wife. This culture of our people that the wife must be the one who will cook, prepare the children, do all this. No, Islam says you must also help. And Prophet were told in authentic hadith that he used to assist the wife in the house chore to the point that he used to mend his clothes and even his shoes himself. So a Muslim husband who wants a peaceful home must be somebody who will be able to assist the wives or children in their house chore. Apart from providing the financial responsibility, apart from consulting them, it should be somebody who must be accessible, people can talk to. It should not be the lion of the desert or the commander of the armed forces. Once he enters, the other body runs away. No, it should be somebody who is loving, who is caring, and who is already, of course, protective.
Alhamdulillah. Hajia, please, I want you to throw more light on this area. What are the expectations of a good wife from the husband, apart from having the other responsibility? What are the qualities that a man expects to see from a man?
May Allah assist Muslim wives too, because talking in the theoretical aspect of it may not be as practicable when you really get married. But when we are talking about the qualities of a Muslim wife should also try her best to safeguard her marriage. In trying to safeguard her marriage, she should make sure the financial capacity of her husband, she shouldn't strain, she shouldn't make it too much a burden for the husband. Whatever the husband says, this is how much I can for the month, and this is how much I think we can afford for the food. I think she should be a responsible and a very good person that will be able to discharge her duty towards spending her husband's money for the housekeep. Another aspect of it is that she should try and understand her husband's emotion. A husband that have gone out since morning and comes back maybe quite late. A good Muslim wife should not scold her husband or just start asking questions. Where have you been? Don't you know it's too late to be coming back home? Don't you know it's this? Generally speaking, when a man comes home, he expects peace, he expects love, he expects understanding from whom he called the wife. But if he is not getting this could turn the man down. It could turn him down and make hell in the house. Another aspect that a Muslim wife should consider in safeguarding her marriage is the way she carries her innermost, her privacy outside. Whatever had happened in the house, whatever had transpired between the husband and the wife should be between the two of them. Not even should she tell her mother nor her sister. The best person I think she should tell is to run unto Allah. Ya Allah, help me out of this. He understands us. He hears us. He is closer to us than our jugular vein. A Muslim wife that takes most of her husband's secrets, or maybe in jest or jokingly outside, is exposing her husband's weaknesses. And another aspect a Muslim wife should take into consideration is the way she dresses. As Malam have said earlier on, a Muslim wife should dress properly. She should not expose her body. She should not, because of the fact that maybe she has her husband have done something she doesn't really like, or she wants a particular hijab that she wants her husband to buy for her, the husband is not forthcoming, then I think I'm going to just put on whatever I have at home. No. A Muslim wife should always have at the back of her mind that whatever she does, whatever interaction she have with her husband, those interactions will definitely reflect on the kind of children she will give back to.
Alhamdulillah. Ustaz, I want to actually emphasize the issue of safeguarding marriage between man and woman. Woman at Allah was one of Allah giving that responsibility. Because we've seen some kind of an issue whereby a man will be people will find it difficult to calm the man down if they are an issue. Then in some instances, women too will be in control that about enough. And I believe as a couple, if it is in their other mind that okay, this marriage, inshallah from me, I'm going to protect it. But who Allah was one of Allah direct.
I always tell people each time we have cause to do marriage counseling that marriage is a contract, and for every contract there are gives and take. The two of us comes to marriage based on understanding and agreement, and one of such expectation of Islam is that we have both come together to ensure that this marriage does not only last for this world but transfer to marriage in Al-Jannah. Because in the concept of Islam, marriage does not end there. It also continues in Al-Jannah for two couples. And so, the two of them has the responsibility to ensure, but the man, as the head of the family, should be held responsible for whatever happens in the family. And so, the onus is on him to ensure that he takes responsibility, as in accept responsibility for whatever happens in the family. He must ensure that the marriage continues as long as it is practicable. So, and to do this one, it requires a lot of patience, I must confess. And each time Allah talks about taqwa, taqwa is the peak of sabr, and sabr is what is expected from two couples. Of course, we always have causes to disagree, and Islam has laid down ways and manners to resolve disputes in marriage. The first thing is to discuss it. If there is anything Adia has done I don't like, it is not Adia, this is what I observed. What explanation do you have? Sometimes he may not know, oh, that is when you say I'm sorry, and if she apologizes and explains as Islam says, then a good husband should understand. The same way, if the wife observes something strange from the man's point of view, he should be able to ask questions. And somebody will start, I've observed this one, I don't know what's it. And he must also explain. So Islam, this communication is an effective way of actually mitigating crisis in family. So some have laid down this one, but the two of us must resolve that like Allah says in the Quran, Allah says, if the two of them agree on Islam, Allah will bring Islam, Allah will bring reconciliation between them. So it's a mutual responsibility between the two of them.
Alhamdulillah. Hajia, I want you to look at this one. Is a question, it's a woman's question. And being a woman, I believe you will be able to address it properly. What do you think that things that women don't even like, what the woman dislike from man? What are the three factors that cause misunderstanding? And factor that will not cause misunderstanding. So the question is two.
the peculiarity of women, perhaps the general peculiarity of women, and we have some specifications for every woman, every wife. Generally, a wife doesn't like to be, she loves to be loved, she loves to be cared for, she loves to understand that her husband listens to her, even when she talks for like maybe 24 hours in a day. She loves to know that her husband cares so much about her. A woman, a wife, have this soft spot, the way Allah has created women generally. They are fragile. The Prophet says that, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have created women from the crooked part of men. If you try to straighten them, you are going to break them. So, the essence of this is that our men should try and understand the peculiarity of who their wives are, and in a general sense, a woman or a wife at home could love her husband to buy things, give her gifts when she goes out, or when he goes out. I want him to buy flowers for me. But in the understanding of the man, who like, what's the meaning of flowers? What do you mean? Just flowers? Yes. A woman can love her husband for remembering her birthdays. A woman can love, it can create more love in the house if the husband understands that my wife doesn't like to be shouted down. Shout down on me, no, I don't like this. Or in another case, you correct me in the public. This is not fair enough, because when you attack a woman's emotion, it makes her feel down, it devastates her, it doesn't make her a good person, it doesn't make her love the man more. But in general, a man should understand the peculiarity of the woman he married, and that will help him in discharging his duties and in increasing the love in the family.
At this point, we are going to our commercial department, where they are going to hear the advert of the sponsor of this program, Zuni Rain Arch and Umrah Group. When we come back, we intensify our effort on this crucial issue. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to this week's edition of our guest podium, reaching you from Salam Television in London. We start before we go on commercial break. We actually begin at what are things that one could do to prevent misunderstanding. I want to come to this common question of patient in marriage. Who is the sole responsible of having patience in marriage? Is it a woman or a man?
Well, like I usually say, like I said just before, the two of us, marriage is essentially an agreement between two parties, and the two of them are equally liable for whatever happens in the marriage. Each time Muslim asks us to solemnize a marriage, there are peculiar ways of that he used to recite, and all of them boils down on taqwa. Like I mentioned earlier, taqwa is the peak of sabr. And so the two of them must exercise patience. The man must be patient with the woman. Why? Because he's the one who usually have come to seek for the hand of a wife to come to your home. And to that extent, you must realize that the women has what I call idiosyncrasy. My wife called it peculiarities. There are general peculiarities of women. There are specific or peculiarities of each woman. In all cases, the man must demonstrate abundant patience in dealing with the wife. Muslim told us that women have been created from the rib, and from the lowest rib, and the most crooked part of the rib is the lowest rib. And so, you must deal with them in patience. If you try to straighten it, you will break it. If you leave it crooked, it will remain crooked. So that derive enjoyment from her despite her crookedness. So the fact that human beings are not perfect, and peculiarly women are more emotional, requires that man must demonstrate abundant patience in dealing with women. I give example. It's not impossible to come home and tell your wife that I came home today without one kobo. You explain to the woman all you have done to make money, yet there was nothing. You will not be sorry that tomorrow morning the wife will come up and give you a bill of 10,000 pounds, something to take care. Afa, we don't have food at home. We need to buy this. Yeah, the time is to run and I said, are you crazy? I just came home yesterday. I don't have money. Why would I be able to have money, get money from? No, that is the nature of women. They want, just like I have said, they want to be pampered. But Islam expects that you demonstrate patience. Say, well, I'm sorry, Allah will provide. I just told you that yesterday we have not been paid. I hope that Allah will do the best for us today. So let's hope. Inshallah, if things get better, I will buy those things when I'm coming. That is an aspect where Imam must demonstrate patience. Of course, a woman must also demonstrate patience in dealing with the man. Men generally are egoistic. Man likes pride. He wants to be king, even when he has no kobo in his horse. Yes, he wants to be respected. And so the woman must be somebody who can stoop low and say, my lord, we want this one. And when he brings out the man in him, Islam expects the woman to be patient with man. So the concept is like we to put it in Yoruba. When the man behaves like a goat, let the wife behave like a sheep. When the woman behaves like a goat, let the man behave like sheep. Such that when one is upset, the other one should calm down. So this will go a long way to resolve most causes of crisis in home.
Alhamdulillah, Mr. Aki, the next question is for you. Looking at this point, it has been common phenomenon to put all the blames in the doorstep of a woman that women are not patient, they have been, they are aggressive, they trade wars, they bring issues where they are non-issues. What is your own advice for women out there? How to approach this kind of behaviors, or perhaps do you think women are not to be blamed for impatience in marriage?
Marriage has different homes, have different peculiarities. Whatever is applicable to home A may not be applicable to home B. But on the general view of it, women sometimes could be blamed for some issues, for some crises in the house. And this could be born out of the fact that she might have outdone, she might have spoken too much, she might have makes what is secret between she and her husband disclosed to the public. She might have done some things that the husband couldn't have expected of her. This could aggravate or make misunderstanding a worse scenario in the homes. Sometimes when the understanding of a woman, the way she will the way she will discharge her duties, the way she will understand a particular expression the man says, depends on the way the man have said it. Man, as Malam have rightly said, they have this ego. Even when they don't have, they still want the woman to be submissive. But my understanding is, generally speaking, if a man doesn't have at home, I think he should be calm and talk in a loving manner. Sorry dear, we don't have much at home. Kindly help us out. Kindly manage this. It's different from I don't have. Where do you want me to get it? Don't you understand? I told you yesterday that I don't have anything. Do you want me to make money overnight? No, there are two different things. So, and the emotion of the woman might be hurt when a man speaks to her in a harsh manner. And this, she might find it difficult to submit. Even if she says, okay sir, yes sir, it may not go down well with her. She will just say, okay sir, yes sir, just because, well, Islam says we should be submissive to our husband. Submissiveness in this sense does not necessarily mean that everything the man says, she should say, yes sir, yes sir. Even when the man is straying away. A submissive woman, she will be able to comfort and correct her husband in a way that will not hurt the husband. And talking about why maybe there are some women that could be blamed for the lapses of the man, this, I think, boils down more on the way the man discharges his duty in the house. If the man understands that my wife doesn't like to be spoken to in a harsh way, he should try and avoid it. If the man understands that my wife has some weaknesses and she had portrayed that weaknesses, he should not expose our weaknesses outside. It hurts women generally when a man exposes their weaknesses outside.
So, Stas, I'm coming to you now. Having listened to Angela, it's like the bulk of the issue comes to man as well, because patient man is the head of the house. What are the reasons behind some men, no matter how when the situation comes, and appealing to them, they don't want to listen? Is there any advice for men out there?
Well, I always say that men, generally speaking, have ego in them, but the essence of religion is to moderate this ego in them. A God-conscious man should be calmed down by reminding him of what Allah have said so far. For example, when there are issues or things that could make one hurt, and ordinarily it is natural, one of the features of man is that, of course, you anger. But when you are angry and you are reminded of what Allah and His Prophet have said about anger, a Muslim man should calm down and listen to the voice of wisdom. This, I am sure that if the basis of our relationship is religiosity and God consciousness, it's not difficult to always remind somebody to fear Allah. That yes, I might have done what is wrong, but I beg them of Allah to overlook my shortcoming. Such man should also calm down. So the point I'm making is that yes, we often offend ourselves in marriage, but if we have a common ground of coming together, which is the book of Allah in this case, that what I have done most of the time it has to do with man not fulfilling his responsibility. Simple. And most of the time, most of the responsibility could be emotional, could be sexual, could be financial. If a man is sexually starved, for example, he has the tendency to be aggressive. Unfortunately, he will not mention the cause of the problem. He will just be aggressive at home. No, what is it now? Nothing, just go away. So, but in an ideal Islamic home, you should be able to express your desire. This is what I want, and this is, you should be able to talk about it in a way and manner that Islam has allowed. If a man is financially down and is not godly or matured enough, he has the tendency to be aggressive because you don't have, you want to cover your weaknesses by creating unnecessary aura around yourself. So they will make the house uncomfortable for everybody. But the best way is to talk about it. Yes, things are hard now, and you expect, even if it's remembering from the wife, it's not too much. If you have, can you help out? Inshallah, when things goes back, I will pay back. Even though I know that most men don't pay back when things come back, but a debt is usually a debt. So these are natural things that will cause crisis in the home. But the solution, like I mentioned, is that as the head of the family, take responsibility, stoop low, and explain to your wife, this is the situation, what can we do about it together? If you also carry the lady or the woman along and you discuss the situation together, it will be easier than to say, no, this is what we do now. I don't have money and that is all, you can't kill me. Yeah, of course, she won't kill you, but she could make the house also ungovernable and then make a hell out of the house for you.
Actually, this question is going to be a straight one. What do you think a man will do that will make a woman happy? Think if two, perhaps one. I want you to express it fairly because of our viewers.
Generally speaking, a woman will feel loved when her husband shows her emotional care, loves her, care for her. When I talk about the emotional care, maybe when she is down a little bit, the man should be willing, the man should be fast enough to ask her, what was it? Is there any problem, my dear? Why did your face? Why are you looking like that? Do you have any issue? The man should be willing, should be fast in hugging her wife, his wife, thank you. The man should be willing and should be quick at saying sorry. Some men feel it's a hard statement for them to say, to apologize. Since I'm the head of the house, I don't think I should be able to say sorry. You should say sorry in everything. The man, when he shows to his wife that he cares about her, he loves her, and he supports her, there is absolutely nothing the wife cannot do to make sure our house is stable. The wife can go to a far extent to make sure she supports her husband. Once the husband himself have understand and shows love in all ramifications to the wife.
I want us to look at this area. Before marriage, does a man have any preparation?
Any preparation?
Yes, is it necessary for that a man have preparation? Because the pressure is from both angles. Marry, marry, marry.
Well, I think marriage is a choice.
So one could decide not to marry.
Well, it's a choice. When you marry, it's a choice. Islam has not imposed any responsibility so far. And of course, much as marriage in Islam is the sunnah of the Prophet, and he said, we should be conscious of the fact that because it's a choice, we must adequately plan for it. One of the things I used to tell people is that most people spend more time planning for wedding, not marriage. Wedding and marriage are not the same thing. Wedding is just some hours event. Marriage is a long life contract. Most people spend their time planning for wedding, whereas what they should plan for is marriage and the family. Family planning is absolutely part of Islam. I'm not talking about birth control. They are two different things. A Muslim man who wants to go to marriage must plan, because he's going to it, he must take responsibility. There are basic things Islam expects you to have before you can get married. You must have an accommodation that can at least house the woman. A woman who is married is entitled to privacy, at least a room, a kitchen, and a toilet to herself. So, if you want to marry, one of the things you must prepare for is accommodation. It's a responsibility, it's a plan you must have. Two, you are also responsible for the feeding, not only of yourself but of the woman. So you must have enough financial support to feed the wife. You must present for her clothing. So you must have enough to provide her clothing. So in other words, these are what I call material of physical preparation. But of course, beyond that is that a man who wants to get married must be emotionally prepared. I just mentioned that women like to be emotionally taken care. On the absolute term, women are emotional beings, men are rational beings. We are not, and this is where most people get it wrong. That we are different in nature. We are different. A woman is purely an emotional being. A man is purely a rational being. A man thinks with his head. The woman thinks with his heart. So they are different things. Anything a woman cow down, the man wants to reason it out. What's wrong? He wants to get reason. A woman wants to be pampered, wants to be emotional. So if you are not, you must be prepared for this. So because it is a responsibility. So one of the things you must prepare for in marriage is that you must be emotionally prepared. You must be physically prepared. You must be spiritually prepared, because it's also a spiritual journey. Allah commands us to pray the Quran and have like because one of the outcome, I call them waste product of marriage, are the children. You must be prepared for the children. When they come, when they don't come, when they come too early, when they come in one sex, when they come, so many things. You must be prepared for all this.
Alhamdulillah. It's like due to the time constraint, and sincerely, enjoy our interaction on this program. On behalf of everybody at Salam Africa Television, this is where we are going to draw the curtain of this program this week. I sincerely appreciate Imam Zikrullah Abdul and Ajia Alifat for taking your time out of a very busy schedule to attend. Sincerely appreciate you coming. On behalf of our sponsor, Zodi Rain Hajj and Umrah, this is where we're going to end this program for this week. Assalamu alaikum.